News coming out this afternoon from Mary Kay Cabot, cleveland.com, Browns beat reporter. Jarvis Landry and the Browns have, quote-unquote, mutual interest in him returning to Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, makes it intriguing for him, his new agent says. New agent also said Cleveland is home and he'd love to come back. This, though, coming from Dov Kleiman, Browns free agent wide receiver Jarvis Landry looking for $20 million a year. Chiefs, Saints, Falcons expressed interest in Landry during the free agency. Now, the Falcons was when it was presumed that Deshaun Watson was going to be there, and the Chiefs have since signed Juju Smith-Schuster. Let's welcome in G. Bush, host of The Barbershop on 92.3 The Fan. G. Bush, we talked about Jarvis. It certainly sounds like that could be headed in the direction of him returning to the Browns.
Well, I didn't expect for him to pony up and ask for $20 million, though. I mean, what was he? We let him go for what, 15, 16 million?
Yep.
That seems like a haul for Jarvis Landry, especially given the fact that they already let him go once. Maybe that's just something he has out there to just keep the price up. I don't know exactly what the Browns have because they're in a little bit of a cap conundrum. As long as they have the $18 million allocated to Baker Mayfield and he's still on the roster, it's kind of difficult to go out and make some big price purchases for other parts for Deshaun Watson in the offense when you do have that amount of money that's still on the books and you still have to clear through a trade. But I've been saying all along, I think Jarvis Landry brings a couple of really good things to the table. One, I always like to have Jarvis Landry with a true number one receiver so he can work in between the hashes and do some of the things that make him the dynamic player that he is. He's really not an outside guy. He's not a jump ball guy. He's not a fade. He's not a burner guy. But one thing that Jarvis does give you is great blocking on the interior. He gives you precision in his routes between the hash marks. And he also gives you some things that you can do in terms of jet motions. We've seen it on the goal line a lot of times, just giving him the ball on a quick jet sweep and him getting in and being tough enough to get there. Plus, I think he does a really good job of teaching, and he's a good locker room guy. So if you're looking at a guy like Schwartz that's going to be running some of the same routes as he is, Demetric Felton may be running some of those hybrid-type routes. He's going to be a good person to teach those routes. He's going to be a guy that has that level of professionalism. And I think he's a guy, when you have him in a slot, he has matchup problems. People are going to have that matchup problems with linebackers, safeties. I feel Jarvis Landry would be a great guy to bring back, and I think it just makes Amari Cooper that much better if you can have a guy like Jarvis Landry working in between the hashes and working underneath. So I like the move, but I don't know about $20 million, though. Yeah. I don't know Jarvis. I don't know where we get that from, dog.
Well, you got to ask for – if you don't ask for $20 million, you're not going to get $20 million. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think the other thing when you look at, you have Cooper, you have DPJ, you've got Jakeem Grant. He fits. He gives you something that you don't have with those guys. So I'm with you. I think he fits perfectly.